At 73, Renee Landers is breaking down the usual stereotypes about age. There is no place for passivity and thoughts of old age in her life. She remains energetic, active, and open to everything new. At the same time, a woman does not try to look younger at any cost and does not pursue external effects. Her approach is based on a lifestyle that helps keep her awake and interested in the world. According to Renee, it's not just about good genetics or luck. More important are your daily habits, mindset, social circle, and activities that make every day meaningful. It is these factors that largely determine well-being, energy levels, and quality of life with age. Watch the video to the end, and we will reveal her main secrets of youth. So, let's get started. The first thing that makes Renee stand out is that she has a constant interest in life and goals that keep her on her toes. She participates in contests, and it's not just a hobby for a change. This is the mechanism that causes the brain and body to stay turned on. When a person has a goal, especially a competitive or creative one, a completely different mode is activated in the body. Dopamine levels rise, concentration improves, and an inner drive appears, and most importantly, the feeling of stagnation disappears. It is stagnation that often ages people faster than age. Interestingly, participation in contests in her case is not about winning. It's about the process, about moving forward. And here lies an important secret of longevity. The brain doesn't care how old you are. It matters whether it has tasks. As soon as there are no tasks, it begins to save resources, and this affects the entire body. Renee literally makes its system work as if there are still decades of plans ahead. The second important lifestyle principle of Renee Landers is attention to appearance and clothing. At first glance, this may seem like something superficial, but in fact there is a deep psychological mechanism at work here, associated with a sense of age and inner state. When a person takes care of himself, he keeps the internal structure of the personality from disintegrating. This is not about vanity, but about a signal to yourself. I am collected, I am active, I am present in life, and not observing it from the outside. Over time, this becomes a basic mental setting. There is a second effect. Appearance directly affects behavior. If a person is dressed casually, the brain reads this as permission to reduce activity and go into energy-saving mode. But if the image is neat and collected, the reverse reaction is activated. Attention becomes sharper, movements are more precise, and internal discipline appears. Renee Landers uses this on a daily basis. She doesn't try to look younger. She maintains a state of composure, which automatically affects both behavior and perception from the outside. And that is why she is perceived not just as well-groomed, but as truly alive and engaged in life. The third factor that is often underestimated is the environment. Renee is constantly among like-minded people, and this is probably one of the most powerful tools for slowing down aging, which is rarely talked about in everyday conversations. Man is a social being, and his condition directly depends on the environment. When people with interests, plans, and energy are around, it literally reshapes the perception of age. In such an environment, there is no sense that life is narrowing. On the contrary, there is a sense of empowerment, and this affects not only the psyche, but also the physiology. The level of chronic stress decreases, sleep stabilizes, and the body's recovery improves. Loneliness and social isolation, on the contrary, accelerate aging faster than many habits. And Renee intuitively does the opposite. She chooses inclusion. This is not just communication for the sake of communication, but regular stay in an environment where there is an exchange of energy, ideas, and emotions. And finally, one of the most fundamental elements is nutrition. Renee adheres to simple and healthy food, without complicated dietary extremes, without constant experiments with the body. And here it is important to understand the principle. Longevity is rarely built on complexity. More often, it is based on stability. Simple food gives the body predictability, and predictability is a reduction in internal stress. When the body is not constantly struggling with an overload of sugar, processed foods, or a chaotic diet, it begins to work more smoothly. This is reflected in the skin, energy, clarity of thinking, and even mood. But there is another layer that is often overlooked. Simple nutrition helps keep in touch with body signals. When the diet is not overloaded with artificial flavors, a person feels hunger and satiety better. This automatically protects against overeating and system overload. If you put everything together, it becomes clear that Renee Landers does not use any secret biohacks. Her strategy is much deeper and simpler at the same time. She lives in a system of 4 pillars: purpose, self-presentation, environment, and basic nutrition. And each of these supports not only improves the quality of life, it reduces the rate of internal wear of the body. The most important thing here is that these principles reinforce each other. A goal gives you energy. The environment supports this energy. The external appearance fixes the internal state, and nutrition gives the body a resource to withstand all this. It's not a set of random habits, it's a system that works as a single mechanism. And if you're looking at it from the outside now, a simple question may arise: why does it work so much at all? The answer is that aging is not just about biology, it's also a behavioral program. And when a person regularly acts as if they are active, engaged, the body begins to adjust to this scenario. Renee Landers shows a very important thing. Age is not just a number in a passport, it is the result of daily decisions. And each of these solutions either speeds up or slows down internal processes. There is no one magic secret, but there is a system that adds up to a youthful effect. And if you take the main conclusion from her lifestyle, it sounds pretty harsh, but it's honest. The body rarely keeps up with a person who continues to live with interest. Conversely, it quickly catches up with those who stop internally. Therefore, the story of Renee is not about an exception. It's about an example of how you can stay in a state of inclusion at the age of 73, when life does not narrow, but continues to expand. Friends, what do you think of this woman? Write your opinion in the comments. If this video was useful to you, then please like it and share the link with those who might find it particularly useful. We also recommend watching this video, which has now appeared on your screen.